Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to our DKWTS Sunday live stream. I'm Alex. This is Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris.
This is our Snowy stand-in. Snowy's sleeping over there. You can kind of see her in the corner.
Yeah. Oh, there she is.
So we have a little Snowy stand-in for tonight.
Try not to move the camera too quick and make y'all sick.
Thanks for joining us. This will be hopefully a shorter live stream. I'm not feeling great, so we'll probably cut it a little bit short. But we are going to go over some things from the last stage, Tour 1, and then we'll talk a little bit about Tour 2, which starts tomorrow. As always, if you have questions or comments, drop them in that chat on YouTube or Facebook, and excuse me, and we'll respond, answer as we go, and try to answer as much as we can and give you as much information as we can. Can everybody hear me all right? Can you hear Chris? Hopefully he's not too quiet. How are we doing? We're good? No. Very good. Linda says she's never seen Snowy awake. Well, yeah, Snowy sleeps a lot. And then at like 10 p.m., she zooms around the house. So
Yeah, all of her time not asleep is 100% terrorist mode. So the rest of the time she's pretty passed out.
Yeah. She has to save her energy so that she can terrorize our senior cat, Corey, all night long. So that's her main goal in life. All right. So also a quick shout out to Dane Paris from Bikenetic, who lets us use his music on our live streams and sometimes on our podcast. So thank you, Dane. If you want to check out more of his stuff, you can look up Dane Paris on Spotify. And we were playing, I think, Sharp Minds for the intro. So thank you, Dane. And also, I just want to give a shout out to all of our ride leaders who have been leading Zwift rides over the past few weeks. Thank you so much. Y'all are awesome. We've had some great group rides, virtual group rides happening. And I know some people got out on the road today, or the gravel, or the dirt, now that it's a tiny bit warmer in the Mid-Atlantic. So I've seen some photos of people getting out on rides. That's awesome.
You had a lot of people on the virtual rides this week, though, didn't you?
Yeah, we had a big virtual group earlier in the week when it was really cold. Yeah, so we'll continue with those virtual rides and see if we can try to plan some in IRL, in real life rides, if it gets warmer. It's supposed to get warmer, I think, this coming weekend. So I don't know. Maybe we'll do something. We'll see. All right. So first things first, we're going to head over to the leaderboard and do a little summary of this last stage, 3. If you're just joining us, drop your comments and questions in the chat so that we can answer them as we go. Welcome to Jesse, Cecilia, Willis, Ted, Linda, David, Cindy, Ra, Rebecca, Sheila, and I'm sure others who haven't commented yet, but welcome to the folks who have dropped some comments in already.
We can't say hi if you don't comment because we don't see your name.
Yeah, so just give us a hi so we know that you're here. We know how many people are here. Well, we don't know exactly who.
Yeah, I mean, we won't be able to read all 11,000 names if you all chime in right now, but we'll try.
Are we close to our 1,000 subscribers?
No.
Oh, yeah. Just a reminder to subscribe. Click that button. I don't know where it is. Wherever it is. YouTube. Click it. Click the subscribe, follow, whatever, like button. That's helpful, we think. We don't know what's going to happen, but we want more subscribers. Hello, friends. Angie's here. Jackie, Tab, Samantha. Sammy's here. Patricia. Good evening. All right. So, reminder, if you're just joining us, the leaderboard can be found at dkwts.dirtykittengravel.com. And you'll sometimes have to sign in, log in if your computer logged you out. It should say your name when you're on the leaderboard, like Chris is in this right-hand corner here.
Yeah, and if you don't see anything on any of these pages that pertains to you, then you're not logged in.
Yeah.
So
Sammy says, smash that subscribe button. Yeah. I'm not a YouTuber, but when I watch YouTubers, they always say things like that. And they point down, and I don't really know if it's down or what. So please subscribe. We have 240, so we're a quarter of the way to our goal of 1,000.
oh yeah, almost there. I can taste it.
249. If all the people that follow us subscribed, we'd get 1,000.
All right. Then we'd have made it.
Chris wants to know, how do you host a group ride? That is a good question. Chris, or anybody that's interested in hosting a group ride, please email us dkwts@dirtykittengravel.com, and I'll respond. We'll talk about what kind of ride you want to host and what the guidelines are for Dirty Kitten rides, and see if we can get something scheduled.
Yep.
Yeah, so hit me up, Chris.
I mean, in general, we just ask that all group rides that people put together are available to anybody, not limited by any certain groups of people. So.
Right, yes. They need to be inclusive. They need to be open to anybody, available to anybody, safe, friendly for all riders. So that if it's virtual, that's a little bit easier. If it's real life, then you may need to kind of figure out routes and distances and pace and leaders and that kind of thing. All right, so we're at the leaderboard here. Chris has been updating some things this week. I know that some of the dates were acting weird. It's stages will always be Monday through Sunday. First day's Monday, last day's Sunday. They're a week long unless we say otherwise. But whatever I put in that email and on the blog for the week, that's going to be, those are the dates. So if the leaderboard says something weird, sometimes the dates get messed up on the leaderboard. But for the most part, Monday through Sunday.
Yeah, and just, I mean, if you're not in the Eastern time zone where we are, so we do, everything is based off of your time zone, your actual time zone that you reside in. So you don't have to finish something by midnight Eastern or anything like that. But that is why some of the date stuff has been screwed up. It's kind of hard to, computers try to be helpful and correct everything to time zones that you're in. And sometimes you don't want it to do that if you're not trying to go that way. So I've had to work through a few issues on those. That's why some of those dates would show up all of a sudden switched and a day later, a day earlier. And then I actually fixed something, but then that screwed up all of the corrections that I had made for those to compensate for the other issues. And so I had to go back and undo all those. I think I got everything now, but we'll see. If you see something that looks like a weird date off by a day, or if you do something, if you do rides like before 5 a.m. or after like 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. and something looks like it's off on the wrong day, just let me know. We'll get it straightened out.
All right. So for stage 3, that's the week we just had. It was a 3-day ride challenge. So we are taking the total ride time for the 3 longest rides you did this week. So if you did 5 rides, 6 rides, 7 rides, however many rides you did, or sorry, how many days you rode, doesn't really matter. We take the 3 longest rides from 3 days, add them together, get a cumulative 3-day ride time, and then that will be, then we'll sort people on the leaderboard based on that. We will also put up an overall tour leaderboard that says like overall for the last 3 weeks. We'll work on that next week. So
yeah, so
it'll be a little bit behind.
We can put one up for the resolution tour. However, so we changed a little bit of the categorization this year. So we were using those first couple weeks to build up the categories. So obviously it doesn't really make sense to force those categories like retroactively if everyone didn't know what was going on in that one. But for all of those tour leaderboards going forward and all of any other competitive leaderboard, those will all be categorized now. So
I think some people like just having a list of kind of ongoing like time, distance, elevation. Some people like to see kind of where they fall.
yeah,
So even if it's just like here's everybody sorted by the amount of time they've ridden in the last 3 weeks, it's some people like that.
we just have like the Tom Knoll leaderboard and then a second leaderboard for everybody else.
Yeah, so we'll be adding more leaderboards and categories as we go for tour 2 starting tomorrow. Everything will be based on distance, so we're going from time-based challenges to distance-based challenges. So it will change. You will see like different groupings and sortings based on distance going forward for the next 2 or 3 weeks. So we're going to switch it up a little bit.
Yep.
And we'll send out that information tonight so that you can get ready for next week.
Yeah. Yeah. So over on the leaderboard. So again, everything is here in the challenges. So I've had some questions about where our leaderboards, stuff like that. So a little bit of reorganization this year. We're trying to keep everything organized by the challenges. So you can see the descriptions of everything better on the DKWTS site and not have to go look elsewhere. And then you can always see exactly what's active. If we had multiple things going at the same time, you can see all that. And then a leaderboard for each challenge is linkable from the leaderboard. So for the competitive challenge, this is our first one. So we do have a leaderboard showing that duration of the 3-day ride challenge here.
And then is this only showing the category you're in?
Correct.
Can you look at anyone else's?
I cannot right now, but I guess I was just going to mention because I had gotten a lot of feedback this week that I guess people do want to see all the other leaderboards. So we'll put an option in here to select those, but we're trying to get it narrowed down. In the old site, I think there was always a lot of leaderboards and long select boxes to get through for things. So trying to narrow some of that down, but we can throw up options to see everybody else's as well.
And then Cecilia wants to know how do we see points? Are there points up yet?
Points will be coming. Yes.
Yeah. So points will be the next thing that we put up after this first tour. So we'll work on getting the points inputted so you can see where your point standing is for the first tour.
Yep.
And then we'll be able to update that more quickly going forward.
Yep. And all of the challenges now, they should update pretty quickly after your ride is complete and uploaded. So it could be up to about a minute. I have the two parts that can take up to 30 seconds depending on when your ride hits. So keep an eye out for those. And that goes the same for the challenges and the bonuses too. So over here on the bonus pages, again, you can see which bonuses are currently active and your status. So the little dead face guy means you haven't gotten that yet. And you'll see a green check if you did get it. And I don't think I've gotten any yet, so I can't actually show that.
You can show mine.
I got to log in this year.
Yeah. So quick question, go back to the challenges. So how did you, and then the leaderboard. So how did you determine this leaderboard?
So this is in order by your total of your 3 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
But how did you determine this category? What's this category based
on? This category was based on the average ride time for the first 2 weeks.
Okay.
Of the series. So
everybody is in a group with about like 15-ish people.
The target was 15 people. I did do a different cut for the first the first group of people that have a pretty insane amount of ride hours. So, but after that, it does, yeah, it just basically goes through, like, we set a target for how big we want the categories to be. And then it'll try and make categories that size, but also if there's like in those 15 people, if there's like a big gap of like an hour or something on the average, then the category will cut right there and drop all of the other people into a new category and start counting. And then the same if we're at 15 and the next three people are only within a couple minutes, then we'll include those up in the other category.
So you're competing against the people that about 15 other people or 14 other people or so who are riding around the same amount as you, or at least did for the first 2 weeks.
Yep.
So that's how the categories were determined. And that may change. This is not going to be your category the entire series.
Correct.
So some people may like that, some people may not, but you can at least see who you're sort of up against each separate tour.
Yeah, it was interesting because after the first 2 weeks, like the way the categories panned out and those averages, like the categories were pretty tightly grouped as far as like how people were riding. But then I've gone and looked at leaderboards for each category this week, and like then this week is like there's a big stretch between the top and the bottom still. So but I think that's good. We'll get another week in there that'll average out, and the next set of categories you'll have filtered, and should be hopefully good to keep everyone interested and fighting for a top spot.
Any other questions about the leaderboard or categories that anybody has, please drop them in the chat. Feel free. We'll answer them as we go. I know that there's a number of people on YouTube, some people on Facebook. So feel free to ask any questions that you have now, and we'll answer them. Also, any questions that you ask will be helpful to other people. You could also ask a question that you've heard someone else ask. So that, we make sure that we review these things, especially if there's people that are watching this later, after we do the live stream. It's just really good to have this information out there if people need it, explaining some of this stuff.
Yep. And one other thing to help people out, I think, especially when we get to any of the bonus activities. So over on the activities page, all of your activities are editable within the DKWTS app now. So you can make edits here, and any of these things, they only edit for DKWTS. It's not going to send anything back to Strava. What this can help with, so if you've got to ride an hour for the evening ride challenge, right? And Zwift crashes 48 minutes into your ride, and you have to do a second ride to get the other 12 minutes. Those aren't going to show up on the bonus challenge. So you can just come over here, edit the first ride to be an hour, delete the second ride. When you save all that stuff, it'll get recalculated, and you should get the bonus. So hopefully this that was a lot of in the past things. Hey, can I get this bonus? Like, Zwift crashed or this happened or whatever. Now you can edit it all on here and take care of it. And once that happens, everything should update and you'll be good to go.
Chad said that he's hoping to get back on the bike after a month of insane snow.
Has been some good snow.
Yeah, West Virginia got a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, at least y'all are able to ski and do some fun snow sports.
Yeah. So one thing on these pages, on the edits here, I know that the time edit box is a little finicky. So, and if you try and type in the time here, it has to be like exactly the right format. I think there's probably like 2 spaces or something. So, you can hit the little time thing there and just set it. That way I know it'll be okay. But, if you're doing a new ride and you don't have that correct, you're not going to get a save button that works. So,
So you got to enter the time in exactly the way they want the format.
Yeah,
or
so
it wants the format.
yeah, I'll at some point gonna try and see if I can find something different to put there and fix that. But for right now, that's what we got.
Chad updating us on snow in West Virginia, 140 inches.
Nice.
Why are you telling us how many feet is that? Is that like 10 feet?
It's more than 10 feet.
Right?
Yeah.
It's more than 10 feet.
So maybe
That's
we need
insane.
to be coming out to visit Chad and do some skiing, I guess.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Snow riding is fun. Maybe we need to go out to, well, we were talking about going out to West Virginia, but not snowshoe necessarily.
Yeah, we were talking about a white grass trip, do a
Yeah.
little cross country skiing.
Yeah, maybe we need to change our destination.
Or just do both.
Any more questions about the leaderboard, challenges, bonuses, anything like that you have or you've heard other people have? Speak now, please. I want to go over them. If not, we're going to move on to talk about the group rides and some other things coming up next week. Just a reminder that next week starts Tour 2, which is the distance challenge. So we're going to switch from time to distance. All challenges will be distance related. So just don't get confused with that. There will be people. They'll suddenly be like, wait, what? How many? Why are we talking about distance now and not time anymore?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll put that on there. And we do, so I do have, again, with all of the categorization changes and everything, for anyone out there, we can manage to have challenges that are different. Like one is based off of duration and the other off of distance. Because I know we do have some people out there that do a lot of stuff on Pelotons, things like that. So we can, if you're in one of those positions, reach out. We can set up a category just for those things. But just as a warning, I will limit the rides that count for those things. So it's not, we're moving in a distance. It's not just so you can like, oh, I just want to ride slow and rack up a bunch of time still. We're trying to target people that actually don't have equipment for doing those things, or don't have the option to ride outside. They're only doing Peloton, stuff like that. So
yeah, if you can't, somehow you cannot track distance, you can only track time on your bike, let us know and we'll figure something out for you. Did you do for the competitive one, this last week, are you splitting virtual and
no, for duration stuff we always do both together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with distance though it'll be different.
Yeah.
Okay. Greg Hobbs says the climb portal will be my enemy for a little. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Why will it be your enemy? Why won't it be a good thing? I guess for elevation, it will be a good thing.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, I know a lot of other devices do track some sort of distance, so we'll make that available. But then it does come especially important, I think, on the elevation, where then people with non-intelligent trainers don't track that at all. So
yeah, if your trainer doesn't track elevation, when we get to that, those challenges, we'll do something different.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about, Greg, anything to stop people doing downhill virtual rides for distance?
Yes, I actually, I had to put this in last year because we had people jumping on Ruby and doing only downhill rides at like 40 miles per hour. So I basically I watched for a couple of things. I'm not going to say what those are because I don't want to give it away and have someone work around it. But I just auto flag those rides and reduce the distance by an amount that I saw fit. And you don't get any say in that. So don't try it.
Yeah. So to answer your question, Greg, yes, there will be a way to flag that. So Chris usually can tell what people are doing on the back end. That we're not going to announce that publicly. So you may not think we notice, but he'll usually be able to flag a ride and figure it out, and then we'll privately speak with that person. But we're not going to publicly shame somebody who's doing it. So you may not know what's happening behind the scenes, but we're usually on top of it because Chris can figure that stuff out. If somebody did a 50-mile ride and their average speed was 40 miles an hour, that's a flag right there.
Yeah. And you will see that on your rides when you're looking at your activities, and then I'll just decrease the total, and that'll be what is used for all your calculations. So, but again, I don't really publicize the gaming things that I'm looking for, because if you know what I'm looking for, then you can also figure out how to get around
figure out how to hide it.
And then you just make me busier, and then I never get to sleep.
Or ride your bike, which you still aren't really doing.
I rode this morning. I rode this morning, and I've been skiing.
He promised me that he would do more riding and less working late in the office, and we're already on week 3, so I'm still waiting for that to happen.
I rode 3 days the first week.
Did you? Okay. But reminder that in our rules, we do actually say that we have the right to basically reprimand any participant who's not following the spirit of DKWTS and is cheating or gaming the system to the point where they're it's no longer friendly competition. They're just trying to game the system to win, and that's all. So there is a rule in there that says that we have the right to basically call somebody out for that and take away their points. Yeah. So don't do that because we'll be able to figure it out.
See, Joe Fritsch says we need a challenge for proper recovery days.
Actually, I was going to mention that. That's a really good segue, Joe.
Yeah.
I didn't post it on Friday because I was busy, but I will post it today. I do have a little blog about recovery with some recovery information to share with people because I've noticed on a lot of our Zwift rides, people mentioning various things about recovery or needing recovery. So one of the reasons we did 3 longest rides this week is because we want to try to put in different types of recovery for people. So, you had 2 weeks starting out with, maybe a lot of riding for the beginning of the year. So this 3rd week, you could only have ridden 3 days and recovered the other 4. We will actually have some bonuses that speak to recovery. So we do encourage people to recover. And I just want to put out there that we don't want people overdoing it, burning out, getting injured. So it's very important to recover. And that could be doing an easy ride, taking a rest day, not riding at all for a few days, stretching, doing another type of activity. But yeah, definitely make sure you're listening to your body and getting those recovery days, rides in that you need.
Yeah, we've been trying, like I said, we mentioned a couple times, but we have heard in the past of some people having a lot of fun during these few weeks, and then maybe come June regretting a little bit of it and feeling a little burnt out. So we're trying to do a few things to manage that. And so, our last 2 challenges were both new styles of challenges, I think, that we haven't done in the last 4 iterations of this. Yeah. So hopefully the 3-day, in the past this week style of challenge would have just been who can ride the most in a single day, or most for the whole week or something, right? And so we thought if we broke it up a little bit, it would give a little more chance to recover and still have a little competition.
Yeah, and anyone who's new to doing a lot of riding this early in the year, it's really important to to split up your hard ride. So if you're doing a Tuesday night Zoomies, which can be pretty hard, then you want to take it easy on Wednesday and maybe even also again on Thursday so that you're able to recover enough from that workout or hard ride. And instead of doing like one hard ride after another in a row, that's not great. You want to split it up, unless you've been training a lot, but typically you want to alternate your hard days and your easy days and even take some rest days in there. And then also, just make sure that you're getting enough water, hydration, fuel. If you're riding more than usual, you may be hungrier, so make sure you're eating enough. You're eating the right kinds of food. So, like I said, I'm going to share some information about recovery on our blog after we are done with this live stream. So, if anybody wants any information, I'll have some links in there to different articles if that's helpful. But yeah, thanks for bringing up the recovery, Joe. And I see that Anson asked, where's Snowy? Snowy's sleeping over here on a box. So this is our Snowy stand-in.
You'll have to rewind.
Snowy stand-in tonight.
We showed her at the beginning.
She's passed out over there on the box of merch. That's where she likes to hang out. Val says Snowy voted for public shaming. Yeah, if Snowy had it her way, she would publicly shame people.
Oh yeah, she would just walk up and swat you with her paw.
We don't think that's very nice. All right. Any other questions about leaderboard challenges or how things are monitored? Feel free to drop them into the chat or just make a comment. I do want to just mention for our Zwift club rides, if you can go to, you're on the blog and then click that information. So this is, last week. I haven't put next week up yet. I'll drop next week here. You'll see it at midnight. Scroll down to where it has the group rides. And so I always put the group rides at the bottom under the challenge info with a bunch of links. So we're still going to do our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday rides. Monday is always evening ride. Tuesday Zoomies. Those are both up on Strava right now. If you want to, I'm sorry, Zwift. Did I say Strava? Sorry, they're both up on Zwift. If you want to go into the club and look at events, and then you can sign up for Monday and Tuesday. I haven't put any of the other days up yet. I will for next week. Wednesday is going to be different, I think. I am not sure yet, but we may do a Wednesday morning ride. So that's a TBA. Wednesday's TBA. And then Thursday early morning with Eric, same. Friday, coffee and trivia with me and Val will be the same.
I think this is the week I'm going to do Eric's ride on Thursday morning.
Are you?
No.
I want to do it at some point. Who's been doing Eric's 5 a.m. ride? I hear that there's dinosaurs this week. So I'm kind of intrigued and I may join. We'll see.
Again, anyone who does that ride is not up at this time of night.
Yeah. All of those people are asleep right now. But yeah, I hear that's been a good early morning group, and I'd like to try it at some point if I can get myself up, even just for like 30 minutes.
I mean, you could go to bed afterwards. So.
It's hard to go to bed after that, though. So yeah, we may do Wednesday morning, to be announced. But you can always find the rides here on the blog, and then if you go to our Strava club under events, it'll show the rides. Make sure you RSVP if you're going to a ride, or if you think you want to go to a ride. You have to RSVP or else you won't have access to that ride. That's really important. Willis says he's going to join, so that's good.
On what, the 5 a.m.?
5 a.m., I think. I know Ra was there last week. There was a good group of people there last week.
All right.
Those silly early bird people that like to get up at ridiculous times.
I mean, I'm not going to be mean. I will judge, but I just won't be mean about it.
No, I think it's awesome. I want to be one of those people. I want to be a person that gets up at 5 a.m., but I'm not.
Yes.
It's just not going to happen. That's why we have Eric. All right. Any other questions about rides, leaderboards, anything? pertaining to what we've been talking about so far. I said we were going to be shorter, but we're still at like 40 minutes. Okay. Drop a question in and we'll answer as we go. I do want to move on. So, scrolling down to sponsors and partners. Congratulations to April from Sticky Fingers for winning the
Where you going?
Go up,
Okay.
go up, right here.
Oh, okay.
Winning the Croatan Buck 50 entry giveaway. So congratulations, April. Everybody who entered that, we did a random drawing, and April from Sticky Fingers won. So she will be getting a free entry to that event in March. And the next one that we're going to do is Monkey Knife Fight, April 12th. That is a Dave Pryor event. It is a charity fundraiser for I think I'm getting this right, a cancer organization, a fighting cancer organization. I don't know the name, but I know that it is he
That's
does
good. I mean, I wouldn't expect
fundraising.
I
at
wouldn't
that
expect
event.
Dave to have like a pro cancer.
Yeah, it's not
like,
pro. I just can't. I don't know what exact like organization he donates to, but that's a fundraiser ride, and it's supposed to be super hard with like a lot of climbing. So I don't know how are we don't have points yet. Should we just do another like enter on the leaderboard for that one, and then once we get points up, we can start using points for entries?
However you want to do it, we could do the points too. I've got it all set up. But keep an eye on the homepage of the DKWTS app. The entry will be on there, just like the last one was. So.
Yeah, we may just do a click the button on the leaderboard for Monkey Knife Fight, and not make it complicated yet, and then we could do points for Growly Cat. So our other event partners we have are Growly Cat, which is our event in April. Registration opens for that February 1st, coming up. Lulaka Waiko Hundo, I always say that one wrong, also in April. Then Gravista, that's in May. That is in Virginia near the Blue Ridge Mountains, or actually in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Roughneck Gravel Roubaix in May, that's in Pennsylvania. Kate's Mountain Challenge, West Virginia in June. Grusk, Spruce Knob, West Virginia in July. DKGR, which is our event in July. Lost River Classic, another West Virginia event in August. Grand Fondue, that's our event in October. Unpaved in October, and then Falkerberg CX date TBA. We don't have a September event, so if anybody knows of a fun September event we can reach out to and see about getting a free entry, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
September's a good time for bike riding. Ted says, only payment required to redeem the free entry for Croatan is to bring delicious baked goods. All right, April, do you hear that?
I'm sure you will receive, Ted.
We haven't decided if we're going to Croatan yet. It's a weekend after DKWTS ends.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a big trip. We may go. We'll see. We need to figure out. Well, Ted's going.
I'm only going if Ted gives me a ride.
Ted's going, and he's got some crazy plan to do a bunch of things that weekend. Matt Hazard says Kings Gap TT is a good one. Last weekend of September. I'll check that one out. Do you think Chris Scott would give us an entry for the SM100? Isn't that in September?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We should ask him. It's hard to get a hold of that guy, though.
Yeah.
What do people think about SM100?
Yeah, he might not see your request until the day after the SM100.
How do you get a hold of Chris Scott? Okay, so Wahoo discounts. I don't think it's on here, but it was in an email that I sent out earlier this week. I sent out an email, and there was a PDF attachment that had information about doing a Wahoo fitness order this month if you're interested in ordering Wahoo items at discount. Basically, if you could pull up the Bike Doctor website, bikedoctor.com.
Yeah, I got that. Keep talking about it.
Okay.
Right,
Greg says Trough Creek in September. Okay. Part of the PA Gravel series, maybe. Check that one out. Ted says he'll get you there, but you got to find your own way home. So you can ride down with Ted. but you can't come back because he's going somewhere else afterwards.
Well, I'm just going with you wherever you're going.
So if
If we're gone 30 days, Ted, we're gone 30 days.
scroll to the top, all the way to the top, and then if you can show everybody that website, I'll direct you where to go.
I'm going to go ahead and show it.
Yeah. So if you are interested in ordering Wahoo fitness products for pickup at a Bike Doctor location in Maryland, so you would go to the bikedoctor.com website and then type in the search bar, just type in Wahoo, enter, and all of the Wahoo fitness products that are available at all of the Bike Doctor locations are listed here with sale prices. So basically, the prices that we are offering are on this website, and this is pretty much as like low as they're going to go. So you've got a Snap Smart Trainer for $199. I know that there's Kicker Moves on here. There are GPS computers. Yeah, so the Kicker Moves $999. You've got the Headwind Fan $209. There's the Core, which is $449.99. I think maybe there is a Climb somewhere on here. So you can go through and look at these options if you're interested in ordering something. You can place your order directly through the website, and then I will probably reach out to you or somebody from the store and tell you where it's located. And then you can say, well, if you want to pick it up in Frederick, Arnold, Bel Air, somewhere there's a Bike Doctor location, we can get it there for you. If you're interested in a Kicker bike, reach out to me directly. That's a little bit different of a situation, and that would be shipped directly to your house. So check that out if you're interested in any Wahoo stuff. You can also email me directly if you're interested in something that's not on this website.
And if you're interested in donating a Kicker Headwind, we can pick up at the Frederick location.
You really want one of those?
It's the only thing keeping me from riding a trainer.
What?
That I don't have a fan.
Are you serious? We have fans. We have box fans. That's silly. Oh, Shelby says Marty helped me get my Wahoo Snap. Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, Shelby. Shelby comes to Bike Doctor often. Shelby's actually our Red Bull rep. Well, not ours, but the region Red Bull rep. So shout out to Shelby. Yeah, I can help you at Bike Dr. Frederick, but we have 3 other locations. There's 4 total that around Maryland. So
what's the Kicker Move? I don't even know that one.
the Kicker Move.
Does it move?
It does. It moves back and forth on its base.
Gotcha.
So it's interesting. Yeah.
Nice.
People like it because it feels a little bit more realistic than a stationary bike. Yeah. So check that out. And then the last thing I wanted to mention, and this is not on the website anywhere, but it was in the email I sent out on Wednesday. There was a Wednesday update. We've got a DKWTS Spotify playlist. So if you would like to listen along to our DKWTS theme songs, they are on our Spotify playlist, and that link was sent out on Wednesday, and I can put it in the I'll put it in the post for this next week. So just something fun, and if you have any song recommendations, let us know. They need to be appropriate, they can't have the explicit E on them.
They should have a way where you can play the playlist, but anyone who's listening to it is listening at the same spot.
I know. So you can
we could stream it over something, but
then we end up getting in trouble for streaming because we have it playing. You know what I mean? But so on Zwift, you can put a little Spotify link, and then people can click on it and listen along, but you have to accept. You have to accept it. Yeah. So you can do it on Discord, sort of, exactly. We kind of figured it out, but it's weird. It's a weird, multi-step process, but you can do it.
Yeah.
So maybe we do that for one ride. Everybody can listen to the same songs together. All right. If there's any questions, drop them in as we're wrapping up here, and we're still going to be the same amount of time.
We're coming
so much
in.
For a shorter
We're almost
one.
We're early.
Just a reminder that we have merch on our website. So if you're interested in any Dirty Kitten merch, you just go over to our website, and Chris will show you our dirtykittengravel.com. At the top, there's a bunch of tabs. You can click on merch, go to our store, see all the things. We're going to be shipping hoodies out in February. So anybody who pre-ordered a hoodie, you'll get those soon. And then when we ship those out, we're also going to ship out all the other orders from DKWTS Reg. So anybody who placed an order when they registered, we'll be sending that stuff out in February. Just wanted to get it all together so we weren't doing multiple shipments. And we still have flannel pre-order open. Flannels will be later than the hoodies. So if you're interested in a flannel, Chris has got his on. It's blue with the Dirty Kitten logo. It's really nice and soft and warm. So check those out.
The good thing is flannels are good year round.
Yeah. I know they are good year round. I got the purple one, but we're not doing purple. We're doing blue. And then before you go away from the website, I just want to give a shout out to, or maybe not a shout out, but a nod to our Basecamp page. So on our Dirty Kitten website, you can click Basecamp, and it will take you to our Basecamp Frederick page. And on there, if you go to Basecamp Frederick Lodge, which is at the top right there, click that, or you can click the Lodge button. This tells you all about our Airbnb in Frederick by the watershed. If you or anyone you know, family, friends, teammates, colleagues are interested in spending a weekend in Frederick by the watershed, which has a bunch of hiking and biking trails. It's also near Gambrel State Park and Catoctin Mountain Parks nearby. Downtown Frederick's only like 10 miles away. We manage an Airbnb that can fit 6 to 8 people max, depending on if people want to, cram in and share beds for the weekend. And you can enjoy all the different fun outdoor things we have here. We've got specials in January and February, so feel free to reach out to us about that, but all that information's here.
Yep. Hiking right from the property into the watershed, about 3/4 of a mile from the Three Saws trailheads to get you riding. And if you come while it's snowing, you can ski right into the woods from the back of the house.
Yeah, we have great cross-country skiing, actually, that we've been doing the last week. So we would love to have you come visit. We just had our teamie KJ and her family here for the weekend. They had a great time hanging out at the lodge. So definitely check it out if you're interested, and let anyone else know who may be interested as well.
And also, if you're just riding in the area across the street, we can see here, this is our Basecamp kiosk. So we have this set up. I don't think there's any water out right now because it'd probably just be a solid block of ice. But most of the year we have water coolers, snacks. Sometimes we drop fun stuff in the cooler like fizzy waters and other random snacks. So swing on by and take a break before you climb Hamburg.
Yeah, if you are in the area, you can come stop by our little base camp area, and we've got a picnic table, and there's a little stream. So that's our little community kiosk, we call it. Sort of like a farm stand, but for cyclists and hikers.
The farm, like a farm stand without the farm.
Yeah, there's no farm. Aw, thanks, KJ. Willis wants to know where do we find the list of events for free entry. So on the blog post, so you go to our website, go to the news button, top right, and then the blog post for the week. So I'll put one up for next week. At the bottom has the list of current free entry events. So right here, there's a box. It's probably really small for you guys to see. It says industry partners, event partners, and then there's links to all those different events if you want to check them out. And we'll be doing the entry giveaway. So the next one is Monkey Knife Fight, and we'll have that up on the leaderboard site for folks to enter. And then we'll do the same thing. We'll do entry by Wednesday, and we'll do a
Actually, I mean, giveaway. I can put all of them up too and just make them not enterable yet if you want.
Oh,
that way
okay,
people
yeah,
can
you
see
do
them.
that. Yeah, okay, cool. Nice.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So that is it. If Chris, do you have anything else you want to add?
I got nothing.
No, you got nothing?
No.
Thank you all for joining us. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday and good luck next week. It's supposed to be warmer in the Mid-Atlantic, so maybe there'll be outdoor riding happening. I will be sending out information tonight, probably late, because that's how it usually works. But you can always find it at our news site as of midnight. So great. Thank you so much.
Have a good week, everyone.
Snowy didn't visit us, but stand-in Snowy's here. Bye, everybody. Keep riding dirty.